There were two things that were promised to me when all of this began a year and a half ago. One of those is that nobody would ever believe me, and the other is that it would never end until I was dead. And unfortunately, both of those have come true. My stalker, who told me that it would not end until he killed me and nobody would ever believe me, is absolutely killing me, and nobody is listening, nobody is seeing it, nobody is believing it. Because abusers have this magical way of hiding in sight, of doing things openly and somehow not being seen. That's why you can't escape an abuser. That's why there's never actually any freedom. Because they know what they're doing. And they know how to make sure nobody ever believes you. And they know how to make sure that it never has to end until they're ready for you to be dead. For a year and a half, this has been my reality. And there is no slowing down in sight. Because nobody is ever going to believe me. Even though it's all true and documented and happening right in front of thousands of people who are supporting it and cheering it on. Nobody can see what's actually happening. For a year and a half, the thousands have sat and watched these men destroy me and laughed and clapped and cheered and begged for me to die. And that's all my life is waiting to die, waiting for this to be over, and being laughed at daily by the thousands who think it's hilarious that these men are going to slowly kill me. And I know that there is no help. How can there be help when nobody ever will even believe me that I'm dealing with this, that I'm this scared, that I'm this upset, that these men have this much control over my life, that they are trying to kill me. That's why they demand money whenever they get upset. They earn money every time I hurt myself. So if they need drugs or whatever it is that they need that money for, all they have to do is torture me. And they know that there are thousands of people out there that will pay them for the videos of me bleeding and crying and begging to just be free. And as long as they're making big money doing this, it's never going to stop. After they kill me, they'll just find another victim. Because the people paying them don't care who's hurting. They only care to see somebody in torturous pain. It's illegal to do this. Extended harassment. It is a crime. When it's gone on for over a year and a half and there have been the threats of death and rape and everything that's happened, it is actually a crime, but it doesn't matter because I don't have the money for a lawyer to have justice. If I had even a little bit of money, I could get a restraining order, and then the next time they contacted me, they would be breaking the law. But I don't have the money for a restraining order. I don't have the money for a civil lawsuit for defamation and slander and emotional torment. If I did, I could end this so fast. It would be over if I had any money at all, if I could get any legal help, because what they're doing is illegal. But it doesn't matter if what you're doing is illegal if you're doing it to somebody who can't afford legal justice. You can do whatever you want to somebody who can't afford justice. All I can do is wake up every morning in the life that they ruined and know that today is just going to be another day of being mentally beaten down, of being told that I am nothing, that I am worthless, that I am garbage, that I'm ugly, that I'm fat, that I'm unlovable, that I deserve to be dead because not a single person in this world is ever going to want me alive. And they've just beaten it into my head until that's my reality. And they took it straight from my abusive family that built me that way, all the way from when I was a child. Because they thought that there was a chance I could get better. Last year, when I got my Section 8, I was doing so good. I had a doctor and a therapist and medication, and I had just gotten a home, and so of course they had to bring that down. They had to tear all of that down. They had to strip all of that away from me and make sure that any progress that I was making was gone, that I never was ever going to see myself as an actual person worthy of a home, worthy of safety, worthy of anything that other human beings get. I'm not a person. It's been very clear that I'm not seen as a human being. I haven't been ever since I was born. I haven't been seen as a person. My family used to make me eat outside with the dogs because I wasn't a part of their family anyway. Meemaw had me. I was Meemaw's kid. I wasn't a Woods, so the Woods didn't want me. I wasn't a Mackey, so the Mackeys didn't want me, and I wasn't a Gove, but they really wanted me, but they weren't allowed to have me because nobody else in the family wanted me, and they didn't want anybody else to want me either. And even now, my little sister is behind the scenes on all of this, making sure that they bring me down, making sure that they hurt me, making sure that they show everybody why I am unlovable garbage. Because if you wake up and you just cry and you don't want to live anymore, then you don't deserve life. You don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to be anything. If you can't have a dream, if you can't have a hope and a goal in life, then you obviously don't deserve to be alive. So what am I supposed to do? I'm trying to die. It just doesn't happen. I've gone long periods without eating. I've gone long periods without having water. I've cut myself. I've done... What I need is a sharper knife. Because I don't keep anything sharp in my home because I know that I will hurt myself when I get upset. And as a result, now I'm upset and I really need to hurt myself and I don't have anything to do it with.